Negroes that will not get vaccinated who done smoked crack, dippers, PCP, shot dope, Superman pills, Black Mamba pills, all them things that you take. You doing all that, but you won't get vaccinated? Hello there, love bugs. Hello there, bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Today's looky will be our Sarah shades. Ooh. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube, and for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue talking about Richard Pryor, prior convictions, and other life sentences. Locked in my bedroom, I saw myself being stalked by people who wanted to kill me. Family members, guys I knew, dealers, women. The women wanted me dead most of all. I kept checking the locks on my apartment door. I had about 12 of them. I kept turning them, click, click. I was so effed up that I missed a booking on the Ed Sullivan Show. Oh, no, you didn't, nigga! My agent called the next day as I was finally returning to normal and asked what happened. I have no idea, I said. I'm just lucky to be here, you know? I'll smooth it over, Rich, he said. But listen, in this business, people talk, don't blow it. I made the next Ed Sullivan Show. Got paid something like $500, which was a lot of money then. Maxine and I walked down Fifth Avenue feeling like we owned the world. We met up with musicians, Dion and Kenny Rankin. In the village, we bought some LSD. What did I know about acid? The guy who sold it to me said it was a cool high. No, it's not cool, because remember when we read the George Clinton book? Dropping acid is like, I don't know, dropping doodle juice. What he said was that acid tears your stomach up so bad that you stay in the bathroom. And I was like, why would you want to take something that have you shitting all the time, all over the place, where you can't control your digestive system? Why would you want to do that? Okay? But they put that on the back burner for the high. Okay? Just like when you're doing the boogity sugary, they say the cartilage in your nose disappear, but that goes on the back burner. I see the health goes on the back burner for drugs. Now let me tell you something else that got me bad food. So you mean to tell me all you Negroes that will not get vaccinated who done smoked crack, dippers, PCP, shot dope, Superman pills, Black Mamba pills, all them things that you take, you doing all that, but you won't get vaccinated? Now, don't get me wrong now. Something ain't right about this vaccination part, okay? Y'all making me feel like, you know, we got to get vaccinated like 2-3 times a year. Okay, that's a concern to me. Now, I'm on board with, okay, if we need to incorporate this into our lives like we do the flu shot, then I go. Okay, I'm with you. Once every year, we get our flu shot and we get our coronavirus shot. Okay, if you want to take it, right? But bruh, the way things are going, they talk about now, you might need a 4th booster. Girl, it ain't even been a year since I done got my first shot. I don't know what's going on now, okay? But whatever it is I need to do to protect myself, I'm on board. Because if the rich white folks is doing it, then it's safe to me. Because you know the world, this America ain't gonna kill the rich white folks, okay? Now, they might want to kill us down here in the regular parts. But up there, the rich white folks, them niggas be first in line to get that vaccination. You heard me? So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If them rich white folks can get it, then we safe, okay? The billionaires, believe me, they got their vaccination years ago. Back to the story. Neither Maxine nor I had tried LSD before, so we didn't know what to expect. We started out at a rock show, but by the time that shiz kicked in, we had made it back to the safety of our house, thank God. I can't imagine what it would have been like had we stayed out, because once I started tripping, I got into a thing with our kitty. Ordinarily, me and the cat didn't have much to do with each other. He said that him and the cat started arguing, okay? The cat kept saying to him, I know you ain't shit. Why don't you just leave? You ain't shit. You ain't gonna do nothing but shit on her. But I love her. No, you don't, bitch. You love her like you loved all the other women's that you didn't, hunched on, made promises to, and then disappeared on. You love her like how you loved the children, Little Richard. You love her like that. Don't talk to me, asshole. I see how you treat women. Suddenly, this cat follows me around as if we were attached at the frigging hip. Real close. Too close. Particularly for somebody on LSD. Wherever I went, the cat crept right beside me, rubbing, touching, meowing. I thought that the cat was fucking with me, Get the fuck away from me. Fuck you, Rich, the cat said. I swear me and that cat got into an argument. I think y'all did too, baby. That's what drugs do to you. At one point, Maxine and I achieved a meeting of the minds, a perfect intersection of the thought and awareness, something that happens only during an acid trip. Laughing hysterically, we stared deep into each other and shared stimulus thought. Our relationship was wrong. Then we laughed some more, and I said, this ain't right, is it? We should quit this right now. But we didn't. It's amazing we survived the shit that happened. One day I gave our last 200 to some actor who wanted to fly to LA to audition for a movie over Maxine's objections. I wrote him a check late that night. He broke into our apartment and stormed into the bedroom holding the check. This ninja said, Richard, I need you to rewrite me a check. The bank man said that he can't understand your signature. So now Maxine knows. Richard, what the fuck is he talking about? What is he talking about, a check? Didn't I tell you not to get his nigga no money because we don't have no money to give? Rich, they couldn't read your signature at the bank. You have to write me another one. I don't have to do anything now, I said. I'm sleeping. Rich, please, man. Ask Maxine. Ask her to do it. He woke her up. She got pissed all over again. She stormed out of the bedroom. I got angry at her for getting angry while this actor was angry at both of us. Maxine ran onto the balcony and started screaming shit. Shades of Tia Marie, very high drama. I said, Max, take it easy. We fought like truly mad people. We didn't even know what we were fighting about. We just fought. Oh, you know what you fought over. You fought. Because when you're in a relationship with somebody and you two niggas is sharing bank accounts, that's our bank account. You don't just give our money away. We didn't even know what we were fighting about. We just fought. Then she picked up a knife. I'm going to cut you, motherfucker. She kind of lunged. I kind of danced into the blade with my left arm. There was a slight collision, but the knife was extremely sharp. Sharp enough to cut through flesh with only the mildest of swipes. I saw red. I can't breathe. I don't remember how to breathe. Something's wrong. I'm going to die. I don't even know where the fuck I am. Shit, I'm going to die. I rushed to the emergency room where the admissions nurse gave me one of those ho-hum looks, handed me a clipboard with forms attached, and asked me to sit down and fill them out. Fill them out with what? The blood coming out my arm? Here, use this pen. Finally, someone recognized me from TV and took care of me. I got a shot of something that numbed my arm. Then a doctor stitched me up. As he sewed, he asked me how I'd gotten the gash. I was trying out a knife trick. A knife trick? I was trying to do like the jugglers and throw them in the air. The doctor looking at him like, really, nigga? I was throwing him in the air, and then when it came back down, my arm. And so you stabbed yourself in the upper part of your arm, he asked, not buying my explanation. Yeah. I don't have it down yet. I don't have the trick down yet. Well, don't try it anymore. Please, for your own sake. Okay, doc. No worries. I lived the kind of drama and tragedy that made for great comedy, but I let only bits and pieces creep out into my act. Instinct told me to do more, except the pressure was to go with the flow. Like Cosby, I got a shot at playing Las Vegas. Bobby Darin, a fan of mine from the club, signed me as the opening act for his 3-week stint at the Flamingo Hotel. Bobby was cool. He could sing his ass off, and he was married to the pretty little girl called Sandra D. And the $2,400 a week he offered to pay me was more monies than I'd ever made. Maxine went with me, and once I arrived in Sin City, I fell in love with the bright lights, party time atmosphere, and the round-the-clock hustle of the Strip. Let me tell you something. If you ain't never been to Vegas, nigga, go once. If you ain't never been to Las Vegas, it ain't nothing like walking around in public, drunk as booty cool, and ain't nobody bothering you, okay? Watch your purse now. Watch your purse. But I mean, you can walk around there drunk as booty cool. People walk up to you and be like, you want some company tonight? Well, maybe I do want some company tonight, child. I mean, they hand you a card to the Bunny Ranch, and you be like, ooh, I wonder how much it is to go to the Bunny Ranch. Not that I need some unknown bitches to come over and, do me. That's not what I need. But I'm just saying, it's just fun to talk to those people, while they trying to sell you a woman's vagina. I think that's fun.
Seeing my name on the Flamingo's marquee in the same air as Sinatra and Sammy was a big thrill, as I'd had up to that time.
Listen, okay? I know I keep going to the left, my bad, right? But ever since I've learned, I forgot what book it was that we learned this. If you remember, put it in the notes below or in the comments below. Ever since I found out that a lot of those celebrities who were working in Las Vegas were not there just to perform and get a grip. Those people were there working off debts. I won't look at it the same. So now when I go to Las Vegas and see people, because I think, who did I see in Las Vegas? I seen the comedian George Wallace. I seen Janet Jackson. Did I ever see Usher out there? But knowing that that's a possibility, it like kind of takes away from the performance. I'm like, damn, you here a whole slave to the Vegas. The shows were something else. I knew I wasn't as good as the reviews said I was, and I knew why. I just didn't want to say it. I didn't have to. One night, Don Rickles came backstage and praised my act. It's uncanny, he said. You sound just like Bill Cosby. In Los Angeles, Bobby Darin threw a party in my honor at the Chi-Chi Beverly Hills restaurant. The place was so fancy, it made me nervous. I was even more uncomfortable being the center of attention, especially among all those famous people he'd invited. I sat across from Groucho Marx, who told me that he'd seen me on a Merv Griffin show a few weeks earlier when I'd guested with Jerry Lewis. It hadn't been one of my better moments. He said that while he was on the show, him and Jerry Lewis, I guess going for the jokes, had decided that it was funny to spit at each other. But comedians, to me, sometimes always go a little overboard until the public grab them by the throat and pull their ass back. Like the incident with Mike Epps and Kangaroo. A quick synopsis of the Marx Brothers, right? They, I guess, were maybe the white versions of Amos and Andy, being buffoons for the sake of comedy. Okay, and I think it was 4 brothers at first, then it turned to 3. Oh, it was 4 Marx brothers, just to break it down. You have Chico Marx, Harpo Marx, Groucho Marx, and Zappo Marx, okay? And back in the day when I was young, I used to love to watch them. You know, I thought they were entertaining. It hadn't been one of my better moments. Jerry and I had gotten laughs by spitting on each other, and Groucho, it turned out, had a few things to say about that. Young man, you're a comic, he asked. Yes, I nodded, I am. So how do you want to end up? Have you thought about that? Do you want a career you're proud of? Or do you want to end up a spitting wad like Jerry Lewis? Oh, the shade. Oh, the shade. Excuse me, Marx man, Groucho Marx man. You and your brothers ain't much better. Okay, now y'all might not be spitting on each other, but y'all sure did believe in making yourself the butt of all jokes. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, that was a little shade. The man was right. I wondered how he knew I was so unsure of myself. Huh? I mumbled. Don't you ever see plays? He repeated. No, I answered. Do you ever read books? No. I could feel the stirring of an identity crisis. It was coming on like the beginning of an acid trip. Groucho comments spoke to me. Yes, you are an ignorant jerk, pimping your talent like a cheap whore. But you don't have to stay that way. You have a brain. Use it. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Now remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a good one.